I love you, did you ever have to doubt it?
Oh.
If I indulged every time I walked.
Hey, good morning. I was just meditating there. Oh, I was thinking lots about this guitar for some reason. Oh yeah, that's right. We have an artist joining us today. Let's see if we can get him to sing in the river. Stay tuned.
Know that worrying never stopped a thing occurring. So when my call comes in, well, I know it will come too quick. So listen when I say.
But he doesn't even really. And then the first battle is getting him to even really believe in the concept. Right?
Yeah, totally.
Like, it doesn't sound different when you hear it, I don't think. Although I think maybe I've been tricking myself into thinking that it is better because
you want to believe it.
I want to believe it, and I learned about the concept. It makes sense, and then I seen the patterns the sound creates when you put it on with sand. And so I tune my guitar down to 432, and I play it, and I go, "Oh yeah, this does sound. I am in harmony. I'm elevating." And then I don't know if I'm just bullshitting myself though.
Can you explain the difference between those numbers again? I'm just
yeah,
to capture
sure.
that. I think that's amazing story.
Well, you know, I might accidentally reveal my ignorance, but the way I've heard it is that when music, Pythagoras invented the musical scale, and when he did that, it was all mathematical and precise, and it was tuned to 432 hertz. And then the Roman Catholic Church came around, and they were building these giant pipe organs in their facilities, in their churches and everything. And in order to play the greatest range of music, they decided that it would be best to tune everything to 440 hertz. Now the difference between the two is they're very, very similar, but when you actually look at the shapes that they produce, when you run them through a system that lets you see what how the sound is organizing, is that 432 is a really crisp, beautiful looking pattern, and 430 is the same type of pattern, but it's all distorted and messy. And so the idea is that our bodies and the universe and the world is perfectly in harmony with 432 hertz, but just out of harmony with 440. And so now we're all using 440. Everything you hear, mostly everything you hear is 440 hertz. So the world is filled with this noise, this music, that is causing slight disharmony in everything it travels.
You better tell that story, Mike.
Yeah,
We got a visitor in the yard the other day.
We got one right in our backyard. I woke up, I did my regular kind of walk to the back sliding doors just to look into the forest, and at first I was like, "Oh, the punk kids in our backyard ripped our birdhouses down," because they're completely smashed. Like smashed. I was like, "That's no wind knocked it over."
Oh, wow.
And the old man and me went to punk kids.
Yeah.
But then,
I was about to see you on your front porch with a pellet gun.
Totally. I was waving my cane. But no, then I went outside and I was like, this was a bear, 100%. Because they took them down and then they ripped the faces off the birdhouses and took all the seed. Because it was that nice, like, fatty seed.
Oh, yeah.
And they were just licked clean. And then I saw big footprints in the stomping on the flowers and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, they're out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
And they're hungry.
Well, we got our horns and our bear mace. We're good. We're good. Come prepared for this. Because if I'm a bear, this is where I'm hanging out.
No,
that is
tell
for
you,
sure.
it's not warm.
Yeah, I don't know about this cacao nut from a bag, but...
Or from a shoe, you mean?
Or from a shoe.
We had to do that one time.
Yeah,
too.
this feels a little bit too safe for me.
You have a wooden handle on your cup?
Man, I can smell that from here.
This could be my greatest potion yet.
Best brew.
Wow.
I feel good about
Hey
it.
man, this is Nesquik. What's going on?
Knew it. I knew I could recognize that
You know,
smell.
we did it more. No, what's the other one called?
That's the only one I know.
The kids one that's supposed to be kind of healthy for you, but it's not.
Oh, yeah.
I never got any.
It's got the bear on it, I think, doesn't it? Or
It's
definitely got a cartoon character on it.
No, you guys are thinking Nesquik. There's a bunny.
That's the bunny.
Maybe it's the bunny. All right.
Is there a thing you do before you?
Salut.
Oh man,
Wow.
that's yummy.
Why are you excited to be here?
I'm excited here. Well, I was just explaining to these beautiful gents that I'm excited to be a part of this today because I'm really at a point in my life where I'm focusing on my relationship with my body, which is something I've ignored my entire life, most of my life anyway. I always was very intellectual, always existed in my head, always thought that my brain was me, my mind was me, and always discounted the rest of me. So now I'm woken up to that fact, and it's more, you know, in the past I've done diets and I've tried weight management and all this stuff, but always for the sake of the mind. You know, my mind wants some things. I desire things. I desire to look a certain way. I desire to fit into certain clothes. I desire to attract certain people. So the difference now is my desire, my want is to just have a better relationship with my body, to appreciate my body for the beautiful tool and gift that it is, and to honor it. And so now that I'm on that path,
That's massive shit.
oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's actually easy. Before, dieting was like the work. Like I wasn't able to do it. I'd yo-yo, maybe. If I was successful, I would lose weight and then gain it all back. That was success for me in the past. And then now, since I've been on this train, from the start of it, I've lost 60
I was
pounds.
gonna say, you look good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good too.
Yeah, I noticed
Yeah,
that
it's
you got
working.
here. Yeah.
And it's I don't know if easy or hard's the way to say it, but it's the appropriate challenge. It's the challenge I'm meant for right now. So feels good.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
The
it.
metaphors are many here today, right? So we're attuning to our bodies, what they're telling us. And you're about to attune a guitar.
Yeah, harmony, right? Coming into harmony, coming into alignment with what's around us, our surroundings, our bodies, the universe. And then once you're in alignment, then you're in alignment with the power. Powerful at that point.
Very well said.
Beautiful.
If you think it's about an objective and you're not good at that objective, then you get frustrated and you give up and you're like, I can't do this, I'm no good at this. But you're right, and I've heard that too, and I'm still digesting it and making it, integrating it, I suppose is the way to say it. But you're totally right, it's the practice of observing. It's not anything else, it's just the awareness of being able to observe those thoughts as they come in and leave. Right?
Yeah. And not allow them to emotionally trigger you and get all worked up, right? It's just acknowledging they're there, letting them pass. But so many people, exactly as you say, get frustrated. They don't meditate because they're like, I can't do this, I can't silence my mind. Because they've got a million things going on in their day, and it's fair, but
it's also a practice, right? If you go to the gym and you go over and you've never been to the gym before, and you go try to lift 200 pounds, you're gonna be like, this sucks, I can't do this, I'm frustrated, I don't wanna leave, I don't wanna do this again.
4 days in, and you're like, well,
So you gotta do this as a practice and just realize that that's the process and do your best to enjoy the process. It's the same, I teach guitar a little bit too, and it's the same I tell students of mine. It's like the frustration is kind of the enemy. You don't want to give into the frustration. You don't want to push yourself up against that all the time. You want to, at least in the start, you want to enjoy the process as much as you can.
we just hit something. I wanted to learn guitar forever. Maybe we do a little exchange here.
Okay.
Some meditations for guitar lessons.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Because my sticking point on guitar is that I've done exactly that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I learned 3 chords and I'm like, I got fat fingers.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
Which is garbage.
Guitar's extra frustrating in terms of, like, say you compare it to piano. Piano, you press the key, it makes a sound. Guitar, you've got to build up all the muscles in your hands. You got to remember, you got to muscle memory those chords in like military style until you just do them until you don't have to think about it. And then you have to build up calluses on your fingers. So there's 3 points of things that you have to build up physically before you sound good. So you might know what an A chord is, you might know what a C chord is, and you go to play it, and it sounds like shit. And it's gonna sound like shit until your calluses get better, until your muscles can hold it down without you white knuckling. And then you know the shapes innately, so you don't have to be like, right? So that takes not so long, but that the learning curve for guitar goes like this. Super frustrating. Oh my god, I can't do this. Damn, this is easy and fun. Yeah. It's like such a cut-off when you get those 3 things line up, and then you're laughing. So that I would love to help you. And That's the key. You do it for 5 minutes a day, especially at night before you go to sleep or something like that. You'll be so surprised as you're relaxed.
Yeah.
Well, in 5 minutes, you don't allow yourself to get to the frustration.
It's just playing.
Yeah, just pick it up 5 minutes, even less for the first week. Pick it up for a few minutes, put it down. Even if you feel like keep playing it, just put it down. Avoid the frustration. Build a habit, and like in a month, you'll be so surprised.
Yeah, I gotta go guitar shopping again now.
I know, right? I gotta tune mine a bit.
Speaking of guitar,
Do you even meditate, bro?
Where do you guys like to meditate, Mike? And you know what? I've thought maybe it would be better if I could devise a way where I could make content, post content, but never see how it gets.
don't look back on it. Yeah.
You know,
Detach from the
Totally.
the
Well,
expectations.
that's it, because if you just continue to lead from a real, authentic place in service to others, right, and your message that you want to put out, that's going to resonate.
Yeah.
Regardless of in the beginning, if it's only XYZ, right, it's going to snowball, it's going to start to build up. But you're totally right. That's how we have been told to, judge those things ourselves. Is the audience building? Is the blah, blah, blah? And am I getting sales? Am I getting gigs? Am I getting,
Yeah. Am I wasting my time?
Totally. But then your energy alone in judging that is creating the adverse effect.
There you go.
Because you're putting out that lower vibration, right?
Yep.
So it's...
Well, it kind of reminds me what I've been discovering about my health and my relationship with my body. For the longest time, my goals were these superficial desires, even though I didn't really view them that way. I wanted to be healthy, but I wanted to be healthy for all these different reasons, like, fitting the clothes better, attracting people, blah, blah, just looking better. And then I came into this thing where, no, I want it to be for me. I want it to be my relationship with my body is important. I understand that now, and now I'm working to improve that and explore it, and it's fun. Same thing with creating content. For the longest time, my goal was I want to be a successful musician. Everyone's telling me I gotta get on TikTok, right? So I gotta make 5 posts a day? Okay, here's me brushing my hair or whatever bullshit content I can't even think of barely.
The fancy cameras and the lights.
And then you do that, and then that's what for me puts the weight on the success, because I'm not being genuine really. I'm being myself, and my personality's coming through okay. But my desires and why I'm doing it. And so when you're just talking right now, it occurred to me, if you're doing things, you're creating content because you want to get engagement, you want to build a career out of it, and you want this and that and all these little things, that's when it gets really heavy and daunting.
Yeah.
But if you want to just devote yourself to what's the way to say it? Devote yourself to decreasing the suffering of people around you or people that you can connect to. Or what I've come to now is all I want to do is broadcast love. I want to broadcast love into the fear that's everywhere right now. Right?
Yeah.
And so if I keep that as my meaning and my goal, then it doesn't matter how many people engage with me. I'm doing what I know I should be doing.
Yeah.
Everything else is out of my control, and God bless.
Exactly, and the rest will come organically. The money aspect will build around that. People will be drawn to it because they see how real you're being, and that vibration is so much higher that you're putting out.
And I do believe that, but even regardless of that, if you find this thing that you 100% believe in and you want to devote yourself to, then it supersedes it all.
Yeah.
It's super, the way I feel right now, and obviously we're all human and subject to change, but I've been performing these shows since the lockdowns ended, and that's the intention I've been keeping, is every time I get to perform for people, it's an opportunity for me to broadcast love to them, into the world, anywhere, right? And that's that. And I've been playing music a long time, but I know what nerves are and shyness and being in front of people. I'm familiar with all those things, and when I have this new intention, it supersedes all of it. I was already okay as a performer, but now there's no shyness, there's no fear, there's no intimidation. I get up there, I have a purpose, I'm meant to do this.
It's giving you that strength. Yeah.
And you know what's cool is every single show I've done with that intention has been amazing. And people, every single time I get off on the stage, people go, wow, you're such a good frontman, you can talk to the audience so well, like you're so lucid and fluid. I'm like, that's such a crazy change for me. Like I was okay before, right? But it was an okay as a performer.
You're enjoying
now
it, but instead of looking at it and being like, I need this gig to make the X amount of money, or I need this many gigs a week, or I need to build my audience, hand out my things and whatever. No, I'm just going to do it from a heart-centered place. And
this is the purpose. Being right here in the moment, broadcasting love is the purpose. Making money, email lists, fans, more concert stuff, all out of my control. Obviously it would be nice, wouldn't be upset at those things. But I'm already doing what I'm actually intending to do, and that it's such a different way to go about it.
Yeah, I love that.
When you were talking about this content issue, it just occurred to me to kind of bridge that into the same philosophy. Like just focus on broadcasting love. Focus on alleviating the suffering as much as you can. And then that's its own reward. And you're doing it already.
Totally. Being proud of what you're putting out there, period.
Yeah. It reminds me of something just a couple of weeks ago. I was on a Tragically Hip kind of a day, listening to some songs, and I started just Googling about Gord Downie and stuff too, and
it still breaks my heart.
Yeah, I know, right? But there was a journalist who said that, all poets desire to be rock stars and all rock stars desire to be poets, and Gord Downie was both.
That's cool.
Yeah, that to me is what we're talking about. It's that embodiment of yes, natural skill and talent, but I think that's the thing that drew everybody to him, was that he was just Gord all the time, and came from a place of love though too. He literally radiated that frequency, and I think everybody felt it.
So I'm going to do a little hybrid this morning, just kind of more of a meditation, maybe with a little bit of breath. Feeling just more kind of connecting to what's around us. So when you're ready, let's just start to ground ourselves. Close down your eyes. Listen to the birds chirping in the background. Start to focus on your breath. I want you to feel as your breath comes in and as your breath comes out. I want you to actually envision colors as you breathe in that air and as we breathe it out. As we expand beyond ourselves, thinking of where this air is coming from. It's clean, fresh air that we have the opportunity to breathe. We're created by the trees around us. Without these trees, we have this clean air to breathe. It shows us the oneness we are with nature. So as we continue to breathe this air in and out, also feel the energy, feel our energy expand. Expand to the trees, expand to the river, expand into the light that's being shone down upon us. Continue our breath. Again, just connecting with the sounds, nature. There's a reason that we're all here this morning. There's a reason we chose to get out of our cozy beds and come down to a forest next to a cold river that we're going to immerse ourselves in. There's a reason that Michael and I connected some 7 years ago on the side of Okanagan Lake, and why we're still connected today. Every day we should be grateful for the opportunities we have, for the interactions we have, the human connection. With that in mind and our focus on our breath again, I want us to just do one round of conscious connected breathing. So we're going to take about 15 breaths, just nice and relaxed. And then at the end, when I say, on the exhale, you're going to hold for about 20 seconds. And then you're going to do an inhale, and you're going to hold again at the top. So with intention and connecting, in 3, 2, 1, start the circular breath in. No pause, and out. Keep it going. Really observe that breath coming in. Observe the breath going out. Let it serve you. You're breathing in that fresh air created from the trees around us. That fresh air expanding once it goes into our body and filling any places that need it. On our exhale, anything that's been sticky within us, not serving us this week, anything creating frustrations is being exhaled. On our next exhale, blow all the air out, let it fall away, and just hold. Sit in the silence. Feel the energy in your body. Maybe a gentle smile on your face. Eyes gazing up, except closed. In 3 seconds, we're going to do a nice big exhale, and then we're going to hold at the top. In 3, 2, 1. Rise your crown chakra. Feel the energy come up your spine. As you sit in this hold, I want you to focus on your third eye area, right in the middle of your forehead. Feel the energy, if you can, palms facing up to receive. Feel the connection between us. Then we're going to release it all in 3, 2, 1, big exhale. When you're ready, place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over top of your left. As we started this, we'll finish it with gratitude. Gratitude for nature, for our breath. Gratitude for the courage to show up today and want to challenge ourselves. Gratitude for the good humans in our life that we have the opportunity to connect with. gratitude for our individual journeys, and that we have the tenacity, resilience, and the courage to continue to walk the path of truth and authenticity where we feel our heart is guiding us. And thank you all for letting me lead this practice. It's time to get cold. Thank you.
Damn, I got Mike's nervous cough now. What are we, about plus 10 here today? It's actually quite nice, but the body naturally just still wants to fight it.
Your chair. Okay, thank you. So we'll set that down. You see that big rock there?
Yeah.
Kind of right there.
Right.
Body, big rock?
Yeah.
Kind of right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to sit to the left of you there.
And we'll try and sit as close as we can together just so we can all hear each other because it gets kind of noisy in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to try to go to that log first and set this up.
Okay. Why don't you go do that and we'll wave here.
I'll lead the way, but you better be close behind me.
No, seriously, I'm going to stay over here until we get that set up. All right.
Dude, the newbie's already in here. What are you doing? Holy macaroni, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Okay, let's sit.
What? Oh, I went the wrong way.
You want to go head first.
Wow. Okay. Holy shit.
Oh, that's a beautiful scene.
Couple of men shoulder to shoulder.
I appreciate the chair. Next time I gotta go all the way in though.
Oh, we can take it out right now.
Oh my god, I don't know if I can move right now.
All right.
Take some breaths.
We'll settle in. So Mike, I gotta ask you guys, how did you two lads meet? Let's tell the story here.
Well, oh my god, my story begins with discovering the beautiful community of Kelowna, first of all. I didn't know this place existed. I was traveling across Canada, not to take too much time here to explain the story, but I was traveling across Canada. No one tells anyone in Ontario that this kind of climate exists in Canada.
Right.
So you have to discover it by yourself, so that's exactly what I did. I was supposed to go to the West Coast and then all the way back to Ontario and resume my normal life. Got to Kelowna and I just stayed. I still haven't been to the West Coast. I haven't been there 7 years later.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding, man.
And part of the reason why is I got here and I was, enjoying the weather, picking out gourds out of the ground, pumpkins in late October, which is like unheard of in Ontario. And then I got a job. And I was like, me and my friends I was traveling with, we wanted to just check out the community and stay for a while. So I got a job. But the thing was, it was the exact same job I was working in Ontario. It was a maintenance crew at the UBCO. I was doing the same thing for a different university in Ontario. So 3 months in, I got severely depressed. Now we're talking January in the middle of winter. Nothing's really happening in Kelowna. And I'm working the same exact job I was working on the other side of the country. And I got so freaking depressed. And I said to myself, I go, well, you made this huge leap to change your life, and you went all the way across the country, and you're doing the same life. You're living the same exact life. So what do you want to do? And that's when I really honed in on the one thing I wanted to do, which was to play music. And I didn't care how or why or where or for how much, if I could make a living at it. I just wanted to play music. So I went down and started busking on the mean streets of Kelowna. It's the first time I busked ever. And one of the first times, maybe not the first time, but when did you start doing your thing? Like May? Would that be too cold?
No, yeah, in May that year, yeah.
Yeah, so I started in February, and then by the time May rolled around, I was just doing little spats of busking because it was too cold. By the time May rolled around, I went down to City Park entrance, and I'd start playing, and all of a sudden I had this beautiful visage, this vision of this man soaring high in the sky with technologies I didn't understand. It might as well have been magic to me. He was propelled by water. This magic person has, what did they call that? An elemental. He's captured water and used it to propel him high above everyone. And you were doing like crazy ass tricks too. That was really cool. So it was actually really, I just watched you for like a while. I was busking and I'd see you do like crazy flips. And I think I approached you because I wanted to do some video series. I wanted to go up in your contraption, your magic machine, and take a video of it and kind of make like a Tourism Kelowna series style of videos where I go around and do these things. So I never manifested. But we just kept, But we kept in contact. We just kept seeing each other and saying hi and wishing each other well. And
I think it was really an appreciation for each other's art, because I hadn't heard you sing at that point either. But then when I did, it was magical. And you have a very, very unique and special voice. And you know, if we look at it in that aspect, we were both able to draw some pretty neat crowds at that time on the lake wall in the same spot.
yeah.
And I think we just shared an energy that we both knew we were in a passionate place in our lives trying to make it work. And we connected to want to help each other. And years have passed, and you know, there's times we haven't talked to each other for a year, but we've constantly sent, you know, maybe a comment of cheering each other on, encouragement, thank you, along the path.
Yeah, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head because we were both exploring these like passions of ours in this really unique space at a beautiful, beautiful time. That summer is still my favorite summer. That whole summer to me felt like recess. You guys remember how awesome recess was?
Yeah. Yeah.
That whole summer I felt like I was on recess.
I was actually sleeping in my truck at the time as well.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because we had an apartment in Van, and I was brand new to Kelowna as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we were like, I can't afford both places.
So wild. Oh, that's crazy, yeah. So I started doing the van life after that summer.
Yeah.
When we started, after we met, after I bust, then the winter rolled around and busking dried up.
Yeah.
And I go, well, I can't be a full-time musician and afford rent right now. So I moved into a van for the winter months.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a minivan.
Dedication.
It was silliness. Foolhardiness, maybe. But
Well, when you love your craft, as like we were talking about before, right? You find those things that you're passionate about, and you let your heart guide you. You'll do crazy shit like that. You'll do whatever it takes.
yeah, kind of like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know the first time I met you, which was only, a couple of months ago, I got at,
Yeah.
yes, at Julie's birthday, right? Yeah, I heard you sing, and yeah, there are some special voices out there, and something that's, we were referencing Gord Downey earlier, and, we don't want to compare anybody to Gord, but I really, really appreciated what came out of your mouth, man? Like it was pretty magical, and it was just you and one of your bandmates, right, in the backyard, in Mike's backyard. And
there's a specialness that just when you sing, you can feel it, and you turn your head. It doesn't matter what kind of music you're into. You can feel it here when you sing, and that's unique. It's true art.
Yeah, and I think we said in that backyard too, like, man, we got to get that voice out there. What can we do to help you? So here we are sitting in a river.
Yeah, we're on the way.
Yeah, there's no jets on our feet. But I did notice that the log that Mike has his other camera on here is moving right now. So we have movement in this river. Are you noticing that, Mike?
I noticed it when I placed it there, and I was like, it's sturdy enough.
Yeah.
I think it'll be all right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. I'd love to join you again.
Yeah, of course. The invitation is always open. We actually haven't even put the official call out to anybody that wants to join us, but well, let's consider it now. The call is out. We're going to start putting up a link that says anybody wants to join us at any time, whether it's in person or virtual. We'll stream you in on the Zoom, and
but they got to be doing something cool too, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they got to be getting into
a bathtub of ice or something.
Yeah, cold body of water, bathtub of ice.
Yeah,
whatever it takes. But this stuff is always more gratifying, more fulfilling when done with others. So we are at 8.5 minutes right now, fellas.
What do you usually go to?
Well, it varies. Some weeks it's 4 minutes, other weeks it's 10 minutes, but I think we'll hop out now, hey?
I would agree. I would be a big fan of that move.
Before Mike's phone tumbles into the river. Oh, we can see it.
A little bit more before we get out.
Sitting on a log there.
Here he goes, yes!
Oh, the lean back.
Beautiful.
Get it on the nips. We gotta get the nips in. Yes, get him in there. Oh, okay.
Beautiful. Oh, they got in my hair there.
I got you here. Here, I got your phone. Yep. Man, it's my,
Wow.
got it?
Oh no. Is that not... What?
Didn't record? Oh no, get back in.
No, it did. It did.
Okay, cool.
I don't know why. It must have stopped itself somehow. So we got enough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did it really happen if it didn't record?
Woo! Feel like a new man.
Crazy. Look at all the clouds here. And then blue sky, you can see the sun resting on the trees back there.
Yeah, I think, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for some summer weather.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm so excited. It'd be nice once we walk out of there with the sun on our face up here.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, so what do you guys experience when you do this for the rest of the day? What's your takeaway? Like, do you feel more energized? I've heard people talk about it like you do something like that, like a cold shower, a cold plunge, and then it sets you up, you're disciplined for the day. So like everything else during the day is not as hard as that kind of thing. So like makes it easier for people. Do you feel that?
One great takeaway for sure.
It's all of that.
I mean, your body is definitely just buzzes for hours afterwards. So it certainly makes you very alert. But absolutely, Trev brought that up when we started doing this, how it's incorporated into his life so often of, you know, if I can get myself into this cold ass water and, you know, I can do X. Right?
I can go have that conflict resolution, that's no biggie. I can go do this.
Yeah, it just shows up everywhere.
I can do my workout.
And it's 99% mental most of the time anyways too, right? It's never a life or death situation, any of these things that we face on a daily.
Totally.
They're just decisions.
Although our minds can wrap them up and make them feel like it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Stress yourself out real bad on my end.
Others' expectations of us, right? And our own of ourselves.
Yeah. So I wanted to flip this on though too, because I want people to understand where they can go and check out your music.
Yes.
That you spend all this time creating and dude, I want to check it out. Because I was telling you last time, I was like, where do I Where do I listen to more of this stuff?
Well, I've got two kind of things I do simultaneously. The singer-songwriter stuff, I go by Kelowna Busker, and I have a website. I just put out an album not too long ago.
Kelowna Busker?
KelownaBusker.com.
Nice.
That's where I made an album of all the songs I created and polished while I was busking downtown Kelowna. So I turned them all into an album, put them on that website. But my passion music project is called Hot Sax. And that's, you saw Nils on stand-up bass when I performed and we met. He's part of the group on stand-up bass, and we have a saxophone player, we have an electric guitar player, and a drummer, and then me. And it's kind of what I've been saying, it's like a cross between Cage the Elephant and Dave Matthews Band. We're like a rock and roll kind of vibe, but we got stand-up bass, saxophone, and acoustic guitar incorporated. So it's a little bit of a eclectic group of people. And the sound translates that, it represents that, so I'm really excited about it, and we've been getting really good feedback. We just like making people dance, like make people move. So that's it, hotsax.ca for that one.
Nice.
The hottest sax you'll ever have, guaranteed.
Well, we'll link it up, and we've been saying we want to increase the production value of our videos, so maybe we got to throw a song in every week or something.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I want to show you my little cameras that I use.
Sure.
They might be easier.
Oh.
The phones are pretty darn easy, but in terms of like you having to hold it,
well, totally.
I've got these little Osmo pockets that I use for filming.
Oh yeah.
Use them all the time. They shoot 4K.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, really easy to use. They come with a bunch of like accessories that you can clip them onto trees or wrap them around things. They're kind of like a GoPro, but they have I'll show you. They have
the microphones are good on them too?
They're not bad. Yeah. And then they have other accessories. If you're really into it, you can have lapels with some stuff. That's all microphones.
Cool. Well, I'm all for looking into the technology where I'm not having to hold on to a selfie stick for
that's the trouble.
45 minutes in the morning.
Well, the coolest thing about the Osmo Pockets, not that I overstock in the company or anything, but you can set them up to be wirelessly from your phone. So you say, like a situation what we just did, you plant it on a tree or a stub or a rock and press play, and then you have your phone in your hand, you can see what's going on, you can control the camera from your phone.
Oh, okay.
Press record, stop it, adjust the angle, whatever you want to do from your phone, just sitting down.
Nice. Yeah. Well, we'll keep upping the production value as the sponsors come in and you know. But I appreciate having you in the river here today, man.
It was wonderful. That was my first cold plunge.
That was your first cold plunge?
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I've had cold showers and stuff, I guess.
Yeah. But the fully submerged. Well, we're glad to be your first.
Thank you. It was very gentle.
It was very gentle.
Trev, this is, in closing, episode 12
of the
Cold Plunge.
Truth.
We don't prepare for any of this stuff in advance.